got you. I got you on the ropes.
Whatever.
What do I hit? What's the...
I'm gonna guess... It's Mario and Sonic. Doesn't even matter.
Wait a minute. I'm Sonic. How are you beating me? You're Bowser.
Because apparently physics doesn't matter.
You won that. You were Bowser. But... Welcome to Geeks Not Nerds. I'm Cap'n Logan.
And I am Vince.
Today we're going to be talking about the Wii.
That's right.
This is a Wiimote, in case you've never seen one before.
Or Wii Remote, as they're
Remote,
officially called.
Right. They call them a Wii Remote, but everybody calls them Wiimotes. I think they would have been smarter to call them that. But then again, I think it would have been smarter to not call it the Wii in the first place.
Yeah, they should have called it Gameatron 5000.
Gameatron 5000. Because that would have translated so much better.
Well, Famicom didn't really translate.
Famicom? What was that?
That was the original Nintendo. Oh yeah, it's called Famicom.
It's called Famicom?
You go to Japan, Famicom. Why? Family computer.
Famicom.
So why didn't they call it Famicom in the States? Who knows?
Oh, well, I guess since Nintendo doesn't really mean anything, Wii's right in line with what they've always done.
See, GameCube made sense. It was a cube. You put games in it.
But yeah, that's true.
Xbox doesn't make much sense.
Game Boy makes sense. It's a little boy that you...
That sounds risque.
I know. I shouldn't have said that.
But anyway.
So we're going to do 1 minute rants about the Wii. What we feel. Do we like it? Do we not? You don't know yet. But you will. You will. We're playing Wii podcasting.
Wii podcast. Speak!
Okay. Would you like to go first?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'm going to put 1 minute on my trusty timer. Whenever you're ready.
Go.
Okay, go.
See, the Wii is great in theory. It sounds fantastic. Wow, you have this motion sensor, you can do so many innovative things, and that's wonderful. But you can't because Nintendo refuses to do it. They have certain games that allow you to use the Wiimote, and outside of that, there's no point in having the system being based around the Wiimote. They should have just made a regular controller that you don't have to plug into the stupid Wiimote. So, in other words, the Wii is pointless because it's technology that pretends to be innovative that doesn't take full control of its innovation. So, that's my big complaint with the Wii. And furthermore, the games don't even take control of the Wiimote. Why not? I mean, even Mario Galaxy, fun game, but all you can use the stupid Wiimote for is shooting stars to collect them when you could just make Mario touch them.
Okay, that's fine. Whatever he said past the seconds doesn't count. He never said that.
You never heard stars.
You never... Okay, I'm putting a minute on the timer for me.
Okay.
Hit that little button.
Middle
right
one?
there, yes.
Right. Whenever you're ready.
Okay. You know, when the Wii first came out, I had really no interest in it, mostly because of the giant price tag, and I didn't really want to pay for that when I had a PS2 and they were still making games for it. As time went on, they kept making more and more games for the Wii that I actually kind of wanted, and despite the fact that I thought that some of the things were pretty hokey that you had to do with the Wiimote, especially things like Wii Music, where, you know, I'm playing drums! Yeah, I'd rather play with something that looks like a drum set. But like I said, they've started making more things for it that are working better. Mario Galaxy, yeah, Vince is sort of right that it doesn't utilize the Wiimote all that much as far as the motion sensor stuff goes. But there are places where you do have to use it in various levels where you don't use it all over the place. But the games that are multi-platform are the ones that I think they shouldn't have used the Wiimote stuff at all. You should just be able to plug in a GameCube controller and go. And some of them you can do that, but they really emphasize the Wiimote.
Out of time. You didn't hear Wiimote usage. They didn't emphasize what? The last syllable. That's what.
I guess that argument is completely moot now.
That's right.
Okay, I'm putting 4 minutes on the clock.
4 minutes.
Actually, I'm putting 3 minutes on the clock. because we don't have Wii.
Wii.
3 minutes is good. Okay, 3 minutes, and we'll debate this a little bit.
As opposed to the next system, the U.
Are you ready? I still think that Sega should have finally put out another system called the Sega. Whoa. Whoa. It would have been the Neo from the Matrix system.
That's right.
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves endorses.
Keanu Reeves endorsed. Okay. All right, 3 minutes on the timer, and here it goes.
Alrighty.
So Vince, what kind of games have you enjoyed on the Wii?
There's only really 2 games that I've fully enjoyed on the Wii, and that is Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort.
So if it's got sports in it, it's working for you?
Not necessarily,
Oh,
because they do have those like Madden NFL and all those things, and you.
Well, and of course we were making fun of Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, and that didn't work at all. From what I played, I didn't really care for it.
It is a lot of half of pointless.
Okay, so I gotta disagree with you in that I don't feel like every Wii game has to necessarily use the motion sensors. Like, well, why do they have to? And some of the ones that try and fail could have done a lot better with it. I mean, it's a next-gen system. The only thing it has to offer is not just motion control. It's still a next-gen system, so it's still the higher graphic capability than the previous system.
Well, not by much.
Okay.
The Wii is basically on par with the PS2. Graphically.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's why a lot of the same games...
Maybe I didn't notice because I don't care.
Well, me neither.
but you just said... Anyway.
But, like Ghostbusters and Rock Band and all those things.
They've had to tone some of them down, right? Where like Ghostbusters, they had to make it look kind of cartoony.
They made a completely different game. So it's you have the Wii and the PS2, and then you have the 360 and the PS3. Which I know that's an old argument, but
oh sure, yeah.
Why is the Wii irritating? Well, I gotta say, I think a game should take control of the Wii mode. It should. Not necessarily if it's a particular type of game, for example.
I was going to say, I just think there's some games that you can't, and they try, and then they're stupid, and it'd be better if they didn't.
For example, Call of Duty 4,
yeah.
or whatever it is, I forget exactly. But
you don't think it should have had motion sensor stuff on it?
It's fine to point and shoot, but then they get into these really bizarre movements of how to pull a grenade pin, and how to work a computer. But what you're really doing is trying to figure out exactly how to hold this remote to where it would even respond with the screen. And most of the time, you're sitting there doing something like this, trying to get it to work.
Now, I do think that we're going to start seeing the Wii being more of a useful system now that they've got the add-on from Wii Sports Resort that makes the thing more sensitive.
Yeah, and that's the big hoo-da-ha, thank God, that they did.
Right. And so would you say that they just released the system 2 years before they should have?
This is entirely
Or
possible.
possibly 3, because I think it came out in 06, and here it is 09, and they just put that out.
Yeah, that makes sense. Sure, why not? What do you say? But, and then, all these systems want to compete against each other, so they get released at the same time, and they don't have time to perfect the technology. I mean, even the Nintendo 64...
Well, we're all out of time. We're all out of time, Vince. But I would agree with you about the 64 with the whole cartridge dilemma. Well, like I said, that's it. That's it for us. We'll be back next week with another fun debate. Check us out at geekvolution.com. That's our blog. Click on the blog at geekvolution.com. And also listen to our podcast. We'll have a new one up here very shortly. And thanks a lot for listening. I'm Captain Logan.
And I am Vince.
And see you later. Bye.